You know what? You love it. It's Pops on Point on Ryer on YouTube. Travis Ryer along with Pops. And Pops, we've got those 5 questions that your fans, they're pretty much global at this point. I don't even think you realize how far reaching the fan base is. But the folks, they enjoy the Pops on Point. We did it for years, radio format. We're going to pick it back up here on the YouTube and with the podcast. And Pops, I'm going to get you started with this one. Do you shower at night or do you shower in the morning?
I've showered at night as long as I can remember. I'm not going to get into my bed dirty.
Yeah, not going to happen.
And I don't care if I've been working or not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, and my wife is not getting in that bed if she hadn't showered either.
So anyone that's sharing sleeping quarters like Nana back there, they too have to be cleansed prior to.
That's all there is to it. And brush your teeth and everything.
Oh,
else.
Everything. Yeah, you got to brush your teeth,
yards.
shower.
I mean,
that makes you feel sick.
I mean, good God, I wouldn't be able to go to sleep.
So that would just it's a mental thing for you too.
Right.
Yeah. Trying to just think about going to bed. Now you're an outdoor guy, so you're in the yard a lot. You're sweating.
Right.
You're in the dirt. So yeah, I mean,
I have
totally
no choice.
Makes sense. Yeah,
I'm not about to get my bed dirty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, Pops, you can choose only one of these to watch. Are you watching the NCAA men's basketball tournament? Are you watching the College World Series? Are you watching the Women's College World Series? Or are you watching the college football playoff? You can pick just one, Pops.
One of those?
Just one.
I guess it would be the college football playoff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially now, right?
Yeah. Because I enjoy all of the lists. But I'm still a college football and high school football I enjoy.
Those are your two. Yeah, the college football playoff is essentially going to be the football version of March Madness now, because by the time this thing starts and wraps up, it's going to be like a month, a full month to get this thing done, kind of like the NCAA tournament. You like that Women's College World Series real good too, though. I know you watch a lot of softball.
I don't miss the girls softball. They're incredible.
Pops was a renowned fast pitch player back in his day.
I really enjoy watching them.
Yeah. Pops, I've always wondered this. Why do you iron the crease in the back of your jeans? You don't iron the crease on the front of your jeans. I don't know why you iron your jeans anyway, but you've always ironed your jeans, or as you've called them, your dungarees.
My dungarees.
And specifically, you've always ironed that back crease, and I'm trying to understand why.
Well, my tennis shoes that I wear have that little lip on the back of the heel.
Yeah.
And my pants leg in the back would always get hung up on that burn thing. And I was constantly pulling my pants off that as I'm walking or whatever.
Okay.
And I said, I got to do something to stop that. I don't want it to
So
get
it's a
hung up.
functionality thing. It's not a look.
I've actually cut those lips off with scissors on my shoes, But I said, I think I can just put a crease in the back
Does it work?
leg of the pants.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get hung up on that lip.
Ingenuity for Pops.
That's why.
Dungaree ingenuity.
I'm a weird bird, man.
No, nobody's ever said that about you, Pops. Pops, in your opinion, the best team in college football history, which team was that? The best team.
Oh, Lord.
Because, you go way back.
I do go back.
You go back to some of those, you go back to Alabama teams under Paul Bear Bryant.
Yeah.
You go back to some Notre Dame teams. You go back to Southern Cal had some hellacious teams.
Oh my gosh.
There's been some
There
good
was,
ones.
you know who had a good team was Osborne when he
Mid
was at
90s,
Nebraska and beat the hay out of Florida.
96, 95. Yeah.
I mean, beat them to death.
Yeah. Those Nebraska teams like 94, 95, 97.
Oh, Tommy
Tommy Frazier.
Frazier at quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy,
Lawrence Phillips at running back. Oof.
they ran all over them, just ran over them
Yeah.
like they were kids.
They were
You know,
grown
I'm
dudes,
telling
that
you.
that
But
95 team.
there's so many good teams,
Yeah.
but the ones that stand out to me are ones because Florida had
I'm
a
with
decent team.
Yeah, no, Nebraska, those 2 or 3 teams right there in the mid
Yeah.
90s, they'd be in my top 3. Easy. Yeah. What about these Nick Saban Alabama teams? I mean, he won 6
Well,
national
you know,
championships.
Nick Saban is definitely, just like the other day when they were talking about renaming the
Field.
stadium after him. He
Yeah.
certainly deserves that. But I, as bad, and I don't say this to get him upset, but you don't replace the bear.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't, and I'm glad they did what they did by naming the Saban on the
Field.
stadium. But the bear is the bear.
The Bears still at the top for you. When you think
Yes.
Alabama football, you still think first and
When
foremost
I
Paul William Bear
think
Bryant.
of Alabama football, I think of the museum, Bear
Yeah.
Bryant Museum.
Yeah.
If
Bryant
you go to
Drive.
Bear Bryant Museum one time, and I went several times because I'd go all the time when I could, when I
Mhm.
did go up there. And the bear, he was something else.
I think it's still a generational thing for sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I don't see how you look at what Saban did and not say it's
I know.
the most impressive run in college
It's
football history.
incredible. It's absolutely is.
But with Paul Bryant, it transcended the football,
Yeah. Yes, it
and
did.
especially with that Alabama fan base. I don't
And
think
I think the
there's
world
any
of
doubt about
Nick
it.
Saban,
Yeah. In terms
I
of
really do.
accomplishment, it's Nick,
Yeah.
and everybody else. But in terms of the impact Paul Bryant had on a group, a fan base, and a
Oh,
state,
man.
and really a region
I mean,
for
I
a
get
long time.
goosebumps when I go in there,
Oh, the
you know?
museum's tremendous. Those folks have always done a great job with
Yeah.
that. And we're going to wrap it up with this, Pops, on the latest installment of Pops on Point. Who was the best street fighter you ever knew? Maybe someone you grew up with, or someone that had a reputation, or the best street fighter that you encountered or knew, or hopefully weren't on the wrong end of.
Well, I like though my boy over there in Ireland, not
Not McGregor,
not McGregor. No, I think
but I'm
he's
talking about somebody you personally knew, like
oh,
grew up with or went
oh,
to school with. Who
oh.
was that guy?
Well, the I didn't even know he was a street fighter till we got into it one day in the gym in the dressing room at gym. One of my best friends, uh, we were just sophomores over there,
In high
and
school.
we're getting dressed for gym, and you go in there and you hang your clothes up, your pants on a hook,
Uh-huh.
and my buddy was right beside me. He had hung his pants on the hook up there. Well, this guy comes in there and says, "That's my hook. Move them pants." And my boy Bill looked at him and said, "I don't see your name on it. There's nobody's name. You could hang your pants on whatever
Uh-huh.
vacant hook was in there, you
Uh-huh.
know." And this guy's a senior. And
Yeah.
when Bill said that, I thought to myself, "Well, here we go," because we were just sophomore. We were just, you didn't. If a senior told you to do something, you did it.
Right.
And Bill made it clear he wasn't going to do it. He wasn't moving his pants. Well, the boy drew back like he was going to hit Bill. Bill beat him to death right there in the dressing room. And I could not believe it. I didn't even know Bill knew how to fight or anything.
Bill took care of business.
I never looked at Bill the same way again.
Taking care of business, Bill.
Bill Ramage.
Bill Ramage. I thought you were going to say Shep Ellison because Shep was a bad dude too.
Well, Shep,
name like that.
Our football team, we had boxed. The coaches would have us box guys our size, our weight.
That's old school when you had boxing on the football team.
We'd fight 3 1-minute rounds for like the week. You know, they just want to see who would do what. Well, and you'd fight a guy your weight. Well, Shepard back in those days, 185 pounds was big.
That's 215, 220.
And Shep fought a boy who was built like a poop house. I mean, he was built
brick stick.
Oh my God. Well, they blew the whistle. They stopped Shepard within a minute. They didn't even fight 1 minute.
I'd heard Shep was a problem.
And normally they'd match you up with somebody else the next day.
Yeah.
They wouldn't match Shepard up with nobody.
They just kept him out.
Shepard, the 200-pound boys did not, and they were tickled to death they didn't have to fight him. Everybody else is everyday boxing. Not Shepard. Coaches did what, because it was unreal.
Lay down on the mat. Yeah.
I mean, and Shepard said, "Look, man, the guy's trying to hit me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit him first."
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of the idea.
But we had to stop Shepard because he'd have hurt people. Yeah. I didn't, and we knew Shepard was tough, but we didn't know he was that tough. Boy, he was something. But that was in gym.
That was just gym. That's wild. I don't think gym class is like that anymore. Pops, where you just put on the gloves and
it was like there'd be 65 guys out there.
When I was in high school, we would have summer football workouts, and part of ours was we'd have a battle royal in the wrestling room. Everybody against everybody. And you can guess about when I went off the mat pretty quick. I wasn't long on the mat with those cats, but
I hear
Pops, as always, appreciate you taking the time. Boy, you are just so into technology now. We love it. As you can see though here on the screen, for Pops's Twitter handle, it's just NA, not applicable, because he isn't that crazy yet. But we're just glad to have him here on the channel. Thanks, Pops.
All right, man.
For Pops, Travis, thanking you for joining us right here on Ryer on YouTube. And until next time, so long, everybody.